Uh, Hi guys, we're back. We're back. How are we going? All right. I wanted to try something. Um, let's just see. I'm trying to find a video that shows the different boyfriends that Priscilla had, because it's relative to Andrew Marenin's stuff. So I'm going to click on one
Who
here.
has Priscilla Presley dated?
And I'm going to
Elvis.
hang on. Ooh, let's put my earphones in. I hope everyone's all right. So Tino's a little bit poorly. But he isn't too bad. Right. So what was I trying to find? I was trying to find something. Let's get you guys going. Let's put the video up. So we're on question 17 of Andrew Marenin's research, the books that he's read. Let me just, I'm going to quickly check your comments in a second. I did want to message something about Lucy's comment. Lucy, are you with us? I'm sure, Lucy, I'm sure you've been watching our show for quite a while. Okay, let's get this here. Let's push this over a little bit. Okay, like that. Let's get central. So I have been messaging Linda, and she's unwell at the moment. Yeah, we all miss Linda Cudham. She knows we're live, and there's all we can really do is send Linda our love, Linda Cudham. That's all we can do, and pray for her, of course. So the reason I'm gonna quickly do this little short that mentions the boyfriends, because Andrew's research. Remember, Andrew has sent me a book. There is 40 questions here, 40 questions and answers. We're only up to 17. Now, I just want you guys to know that Andrew hasn't just made this up. Yeah, this is research. This is Andrew's research from reading many books. Yeah, this isn't just some guy like making things up as he goes along. I'm not a researcher. I'm just Louis, a fan at home that chats with you guys. And I look at different bits of information and we discuss it, we debate it, we agree, disagree. Yeah. Andrew is a proper researcher. Andrew, yeah? Andrew Marenin. This is, I would say this is weeks of work to put this together. So a lot of work has gone into this. So to me, I repeat, Andrew Marenin deserves that we go through his questions, whether we agree or not, whether he's right or wrong. I think he deserves that we, because he's a subscriber member and one of us, the least we can do is go through his hard effort. He's put a lot of work into that. If any of you send me anything that's like that, I will read it out. It doesn't mean I'll agree with it. So I did want to I wanted to mention Lucy's comment. Now I haven't. I'm trying to be fair to Lucy. I'm trying to allow her to have her say. Remember, guys, I only block people. If they're rude. If they call me names, they can disagree with me. That's fine. Call me names, you get blocked. Let me just read your comments. Karen, Emily, oh, sorry. Just making a coffee. Hi, Karen. Hi, Nancy. How are you, Nancy? How are you feeling? I was just watching your other show. Nancy, I always enjoy reading your very long comments. I read all, Nancy, just so you know, I read all your comments. Everyone. Never think I don't read them. I always read them. Right. And I enjoy them. They're brilliant. So you're watching my other live, yeah? So Emily, Karen, Louis was reading out the questions and answers of Andrew. Lucy joined us and she was lovely and informative. Yeah, but she is lovely and informative, but she also has placed a few comments that I want to reply to. Okay? So, which I'm going to in a minute. So Let's have a look. Now remember, people can disagree with me. We can have different ideas and views. That's fine. I won't accept rudeness. Right. Hi, Karen. Could sleep last night. Decided to wash my dining room walls. Yeah, Nancy, you wash your dining room walls. You must have been very busy. It's good Nancy, it's good exercise. Oh, Emily, I got a long pole from Amazon and a a sponge. And it's not that hard. The old-fashioned way, I wouldn't. Do you know what, Nancy? I say this to you: the carnivore diet, the keto diet, gives you the energy to do this. Nancy, I ask you a question: would you have cleaned those walls if it wasn't for your energy levels shooting up because you are carnivore, because you're on keto diet? Answer that question, please. Nancy, admit to me that your energy has shot up because of the diet, because of what you're eating. Fatty meat and eggs, low carbs, no sugar. I'm now looking at the walls thinking I should give them a wipe down. That's Debbie. Debbie, that's because you got too much energy as well. Debbie, it's the carnivore diet, it's the keto diet. Debbie, laugh at that. I used to clean my Mr. Breeze, Obadon, professional use. All right, we're going to talk about cleaning walls now then, are we? Yeah, Emily. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, you guys carry on chatting about washing your walls and your kitchen walls. So I got myself a nice cup of tea. Yeah, you give them a good clean, the walls look better, and you got too much energy. Right. So Debbie, you've been cleaning those windows and curtains. You've all got too much energy from the carnival diet. It's funny. Okay, I'm scanning through now because we've got a few things to go through. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Martha. We're talking about Nancy's wars, Martha. But actually, we are doing Andrew Morenin's research. Remember, his research covers a lot of books, not just Elvis letters. There's many other books. Obviously, there's this book, Priscilla, Elvis and Me, and there's Elvis and Me, but other books as well, guys. Many other books. Andrew is an avid reader. He's a proper researcher. I'm not. Yeah. I'm sure Linda's watching now, and we all send her love. We all give her a group hug, don't we, guys? We all give Linda a group hug. We stick together. I saw an awful video last night. I posted it to you, Louis, in Messenger. I'm not. Yeah, Elaine, I saw it, but hi, Elaine, welcome. Sometimes I don't play these videos. I don't focus on these videos because sometimes it gives them publicity. So that video you sent me, Elaine, I would never play it because it publicizes it. It gets people watching it. So sometimes I just ignore these things. Yeah, we always miss Linda. We love Linda, but I think she is with us. Yeah, she's watching. Yeah. Okay, right. So before I move on to these, we're going to try and do at least five of the questions on this Andrew Morenin, who lives in Denver, who posted me this. Him and his beautiful wife, Lydia. Yeah, Elaine, it was awful. It was horrible. I wouldn't play that. Right. So I just want to say something to Lucy. Now, Lucy hasn't joined us on this one, but one of Lucy's comments sort of. So now, guys, remember, you guys know that I do get people give me a hard time, but I also get a lot of support. Generally, 99%, I get a lot of support. Now, I've never said I'm a researcher. I've never said that. I've always said I'm just a fan. With Team Elvis, we discuss all different topics. We do defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline, but we also do Elvis topics. We are not just the Defending Elvis channel. We are Elvis channel. And that covers anything that relates back to Elvis. Could be anything. Could be Tom Jones or Muhammad Ali. could be literally the Beatles, anything that has a link to Elvis, this channel covers. Defending Elvis is a big thing that we do. Elvis, Lisa Marie and the Bloodline. So when people say, oh, that's not defending Elvis, that's not defending, I know, because we're not just a defending Elvis channel. Please understand that. Right. But we cover all different topics. I reckon we've done over 5,000 videos. Yeah, I'm not actually sure the amount, but we've done about 4,000 to 5,000 videos. Now, I just want people to understand that you can't judge our channel on 3 videos. This is to Lucy. Lucy, I'm saying this to you. We've done over 4,000 videos covering every topic you could imagine with Elvis Presley. And going through the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way through. Yeah? Every part of Elvis's life has been covered on my channel at some point. Yeah? So we've just done these 2 videos, maybe 3, on Andrew Morenin, his review on many different books. We've started reading his questions. He sent this to us. I think we should read them because I think he deserves that because of all the hard work that he's put into these. Yeah? So I'm starting to read things. I'm starting to read things here. You know, whether it be about Marlon Brando's friendship with Elvis, whether or not it existed. We're just debating, discussing, chatting. It's not an excuse to belittle me or put me down or call me names. Remember that. How can I explain this? So, for example, we have just done 2 videos on Andrew Morenin's, his views from his research from the books that he read. Yeah? Well, you can't judge my whole channel on those 2 videos. So Lucy, I just want to bring up your comments. Because I just think if you're going to say something, I do think I have the right to respond, but I would do it politely and friendly. So I just took a picture of 2 of the comments. I wish Lucy was here. She may join us. So Lucy's comment. Let's have a look. Right, so Lucy's, I'm trying to find it now, but the first comment Lucy said was, this is embarrassing, you're spreading false information. Now, firstly, I want to respond to that. I'm not spreading anything. I'm just, how can I say it? I've had a researcher send me 40 pages of information from books, and that subscriber is important to me, Andrew, and I'm reading out his research, his views on the research. Doesn't mean I agree to it. Doesn't mean I disagree either. And then we're debating it and discussing it. That's what we're doing here. It's not an excuse to call me names or belittle my channel. So I'm not embarrassed at all. I am not embarrassed at all by any of this. I actually am very proud of Andrew for taking the time to do this, whether it's right or wrong, whether we agree or disagree. This research has been done from Elvis books, yeah? So I don't like that comment. I think it's unfair to me. So the other thing is, for some reason, Lucy is upset about the fact we're discussing whether or not Elvis was friends with Marlon Brando. Yeah? Well, I don't see what the big deal is. Whether they were friends or not, what's the big deal? It's like, who cares? It's not an excuse to dig at me, to belittle my channel. So the other thing is this. So I will take this on board, what Lucy just said. Lucy said in a comment, this is a major point, whether or not Marlon Brando and Elvis were friends, because the book Letters from Elvis is a book based on material purported to contain hundreds of handwritten and authenticated letters between Elvis and his friend Marlon Brando. If they weren't friends, they didn't write. That means they didn't write to each other. Okay? I take that comment on board. I still say, what's the big deal? Friends, not friends. This is just a discussion. It doesn't mean I'm a bad channel. It doesn't mean I'm spreading lies. Yeah. All right, mate. So the next comment that Lucy sent me. Now, Lucy, I want to understand something with you. Yeah. I purposely have not blocked you because I want you to be able to have your say. Hey, mate. Say hello. Say hi, Team Elvis. He's a little bit poor. Are you a little bit poorly? A little bit. Do you feel better now? Daddy made him a ham sandwich and 2 cups of tea. Did the tea make you feel better? Did the tea make you feel better? Yes or no? All right, go on then, because I want to carry on reading this. So let me read another one of Lucy's now, just so you know, this is my attitude with Lucy. I want to give you respect. I want to show friendliness and kindness. But I'm also allowed to reply to your comments that are aimed at me. Yeah? I am going to read your stuff, guys. So Lucy says, right, so this to me is a dig. I don't understand why people... I just think people like to dig at me. Let's have a go at Louis. It's popular to have a go at Louis. Hi, Sean. How are you? Sean, I'm going to start reading someone's research called Andrew Merenin. He's a proper researcher. We're going to start reading some of the questions on it. It coincidentally, it's going on to a stage of him discussing Priscilla's different boyfriends. But I was just responding to Lucy. Right, so are we ready? Let's listen to this, guys. Sorry, Louis, but right now I feel like I'm on a bus driving. Let's have a look. Hang on. Sorry, I just jumped up. Yeah. Sorry, Louis. Now, this is from Lucy. This is based on me making 2 videos talking about Andrew Merenin's research. Bearing in mind, I've done 5,000 videos. Yeah? Sorry, Louis, but right now, I feel like I'm on a bus you've driven promising to take us to Graceland. Even though several passengers warn you that you're taking the wrong road, you don't listen to anyone and prefer to follow Andrew's direction. And we end up arriving at South Fork Ranch instead of Graceland. To me, that's just a complete dig at me. That's like, we've done 2 lives. Remember, 2 lives on Andrew Merenin's research. Bearing in mind, he's researched from a lot of books. He's a proper researcher. Yeah? So because of that, forget my other 5,000 videos. Because of my 2 lives, reading out Andrew Merenin's views, yeah, from his research, yeah. Suddenly I'm driving everyone to Graceland, but ending up at South Fork. That is just so unfair. Now remember, on both of my lives, I said this is not my research. This is Andrew's research, not mine. Andrew Merenin's. On both my lives, I said these are not my views. These are Andrew's views from his research. But you say to me, I'm driving us down the wrong road, and we're going to end up at South Fork Ranch. And then I actually think it's quite insulting to Andrew, because Andrew put a lot of time into this. It doesn't mean he's right or wrong, but we do have the right to discuss. We do have the right to discuss these things. It could be Elaine. If Elaine sent me a load of, I'll give you an example, guys. If Elaine sent me this, can you read out my questions, please? I would read them out. It's not an excuse to have a go at Elaine, and it's not an excuse to have a go at me, to have a go at my channel, to say that we're not defending Elvis. It's just me reading out Elaine's topics. Yeah, that's it, Sean. So remember, this is part 3. Someone has given me 40 pages of research. Yeah? He's asked me to read out the questions and answers. Yeah? What is wrong in that? What is wrong in that? He's done I would say at least a week of work doing these questions. The least we can do, he's a subscriber, he's a member, the least we can do is hear him out, and whether we agree or not and have a discussion. There's things on here that I don't agree with. It's not an excuse to have a go at me and put my channel down. It's not fair. It's not fair. Right, okay. So Lucy, give us a bit more respect, please. Thank you. Right, and give Andrew some respect as well. Watch my 5,000 videos that show a much broader picture of Elvis and his life and how we defend. Not 2 videos and then use them as an excuse to attack me. Well, maybe not attack, but to put me down. Right, or to put my channel down. Okay, right, let me read a couple of your comments and then we're going to read it out. Now, I want to say this. When I start reading Andrew's things, it's not my views, it's Andrew's views from his research. So please don't say... don't tell me we're driving down the wrong road. Right, okay. And I actually think there is a possibility that Elvis briefly met Marlon Brando, and I think there is a possibility that there were letters exchanged, but I don't know. It's just a maybe, a very big maybe. I wasn't there, guys. Now, you know, we all know, the thing I'm learning is this, is that we are all used to reading the same stuff, aren't we? We've all the same books. So anything that is different from the books that everyone reads, like this book, Elvis Letters. Elaine, have you read Elvis Letters? So anything that goes a bit deeper, takes a deeper dive into Elvis's life, is frowned on. But no, I think it's okay to take a deeper dive. And the whole Marlon Brando thing, do you know what it does for me? It makes me understand that we have to see all perspectives. It's no different than discussing if Priscilla was involved with ending Lisa's life, or if Vernon Presley and Elvis were close. It's the same thing, innit? We're discussing different points of view. I personally don't think Priscilla had anything to do with Lisa losing her life. Obviously, we miss Lisa. And I think Elvis and Vernon were very, very, very close. But it doesn't mean they didn't argue. All fathers and sons argue. Completely normal. Do you see my point? We can agree and disagree on different points of view. Right, so we need to get on to the topic. People give you a hard time when faced with the truth. A lot are in denial. Yeah, I see that, Elaine, but I also think this. People give me a hard time if I don't stick with their narrative, with their storyline. People give me a hard time if I don't follow what they think I should say. Yeah? They want it's my way or the highway. Yeah? No. I will, even if I lose subscribers, I say this all the time. Even if I lose subscribers, I stick to what I want to do. Yeah? On my opinions with Priscilla, my opinions with Vernon, my opinions with Marlon Brando. I'm not going to be forced to repeat other people's views if I don't agree with them. Like Darby Shaw said in her Facebook post, tickle my ears. I am not going to say things to tickle people's ears. And I think what Darby Shaw means is this. Darby Shaw has an amazing Facebook page, yeah? The best, she's an amazing Elvis defender. Elvis and Lisa and the Bloodline defender. Darby Shaw said, we're not here to tickle people's ears. Tickle people's ears means telling people what they want to hear. Agreeing with everyone. If I'm going to sit here and just agree with everyone, yeah, I have no credibility at all. We are not here to just agree with everyone. We're here to push the boundaries and have discussions about all topics. And if we lose subscribers by doing it, then so be it. All right, mate? Oh, you get it, guys. If we're not trying to win a... There we go. But you have to, if you're going to sit here, you do have to be quiet. Say hello. We're not here to win a popularity contest. We're here to discuss things on defending Elvis Presley. That's why we're here. We're not here. I'm not going to go yes, 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 yes to everything people say, because that would just be stupid. That would be a bit dumb. I would feel silly. Yeah, Karen, Andrew's put a lot of work into the research, and we appreciate it. Yeah, that's how I feel, Karen. People sometimes won't open their mind and listen to what others have to say. You don't have to agree with it, and it's wrong to give someone a hard time over it. Yeah, and be more respectful. I just think, come on, I say things all the time. Elaine does, many other people that some will disagree with. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to agree. It's fine. We are all grown individuals and we have our own minds and opinions. Let's have a look. Yeah, Tina, you feeling a bit better? Yeah, she's feeling better. My mum fell in love with Tina and sent him a kiss. Ah, thank you, Emily. That Martha says hello to Tino. Right, Lucy thinks outside the box and never be afraid to listen to other people's opinion, which is the right, even if you don't like it. I agree. Elaine, I agree. Lucy thinks outside the box, but that doesn't mean to be rude. Yeah, it doesn't mean to belittle my channel. Yeah, I'm open for other people's opinions. You never said or agreed to Andrew's research. Oh, I agree. So Karen, I agree to some of it, and I disagree with other parts of it. I'm very open like that. Well, like I said, Elvis had a life. Right, do you want to go over there? Do you? Okay. Do you want to? Where do you want to go? Okay. Be careful. He's climbing. Be careful. These kids. Right. Don't you fall. Well, I said the mafia guys have a lot. Well done. You did good. Although says Alton Marlowe was friends and they took spirituality. Oh yeah, that was the other guy. Don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, Nancy, that was the other guy. The guy that I think was Elvis's driver. Yeah? Did they call him Gigi or something? Goo Goo, something like that. So Andrew said that there's a possibility that Priscilla was caught having sex with this driver. And this is why this person, I've forgotten his name now. Alton Marlowe, is that it? Basically was forgotten about and disappeared. Yeah. So I actually have heard that story before, that Priscilla caught that driver. I mean, Elvis caught the driver having sex with this guy. The other thing that Andrew said was about the relationship. Now, this is the first time I've heard of this. And Elaine might know about this. So we know that that Priscilla was unfaithful with Steve Peck around 1968. Andrew said that Elvis found out about it around 1970. Is that true? Can I ask that question once more? We know about Steve Peck. She admits it in the book. Priscilla admits it in the book, page 262. It happened around in 1968, a few months after Lisa was born. But Andrew said Elvis didn't find out about it till 1970. Now, is that true? Because we have always asked the question, how did Elvis find out about Steve Peck? No one's ever answered that question properly. So did Elvis find out later? I'm interested. I'm interested to know. Yeah, Nancy, I've got an answer to that question. Nancy says, so what if they were friends? Yeah. And then Lucy's answer to that is the letters that are in the book, Elvis and Elvis's letters. Lucy says that if they were not friends, then the letters don't count. But that's Lucy's opinion. I don't agree. Whether they were friends or not, you can still write letters. So I don't agree with that point. But Lucy, I agree with you. I'm not Lucy. Nancy, I agree with you. Did Lucy send that after being on your live? Yes. Emily, yes. Yeah, she only sent me one before, I think. Was it one? So, yeah, she did. Sean, that's what I was thinking. I like to listen and learn and then have my own opinion. Yeah, I'm not... That's why we're here, guys. We all have our own opinions. We're individuals. Hi, Frederick. So it's snowy morning here in Western Atlantic. Snowy. My kids would love that. I don't think Elvis knew about Steve Peck until after the divorce. Sean, thank you. Because Andrew clearly says he found out around 1970. So I would still like to know when Elvis actually found out about Steve Peck. I would say no, he found out quite early as he started to see Susan Henning in June 68. Okay, I get that. During the filming of 68 especially, Elvis was faithful until he found out she had committed adultery. Yeah, and I've always believed that as well, Elaine, but we don't know, do we? We weren't there. Yeah, you sit with me. Come on. Right. Whoa, baby. Oh. Yeah. Get your feet down. There we go. Right, so let me just check this. So this has gone on a bit longer than I thought. We're going to have to do a part 2, but so Louis, that's disappointing. Lucy could have said something whilst on the live. Yeah, I understand. Look, I haven't got it in for Lucy. Lucy, I haven't got it in for you. You're welcome to join us. I'm not going to block you. You're entitled to your views, but please stay friendly and please don't judge me on 2 videos when I've done 5,000. Thank you. And don't talk to me as if these are my views. They're not my views. They're Andrew's views from his research, which I made very clear. I'm not 100% positive, but I can verify from someone who would know. I'd love. Yeah, okay, Sean. Thank you. Right. Right. Look. So it is. Let's have a look. Right. Sorry, guys. Let's have a look. Let's see if we've had any more comments, shall we? So, did you see my video? We went in the sea yesterday, guys. It was amazing. In April in England, we went in the sea. Okay. So I'm gonna play this. Let's play this little short for you guys. Where are we? Right, okay. And I haven't watched it, but I'm guessing this lists the boyfriends, yeah? Right, you got. Shh.
Presley, married, 1967-1973. Michael Stone, 1970-1975. Terry O'Neill, 1975. Robert Kardashian, 1975-1976. Eliezer, 1976-1978. Michael Edwards, 1978-1985. Julio Iglesias, rumored 1982. Richard Gere, rumored 1983. Marco Garibaldi, 1984-2006. Kirk Kerkorian, 90s. Nigel Lithgow, 2006-2009. Richie Palmer, 2010-2011. Toby Anstis, rumored 2013. Tom Jones, rumored 2022. Who has Priscilla Presley dated?
Let's just play it a little bit more.
Elvis Presley, married, 1967.
I want to play it a couple of times because question 17 talks about Ellie Azira, how they met. But then I think we go on to other boyfriends like Michael Edwards. We have Robert Kardashian, which I think has already been mentioned. Andrew says it was definitely Robert Kardashian that put the idea in Priscilla's head to dispute the divorce settlement, the first divorce settlement. So then you got the second divorce settlement that starts around 73. And Andrew says 100% it was Robert Kardashian who helped her start that process to go back and dispute Elvis's second divorce settlement. And this second divorce settlement went on till the day Elvis died. We know about the lien placed on Graceland, the deed of trust created. We know there was a debt created that Elvis couldn't afford, so he promised Priscilla's lawyers. We promised Priscilla's lawyers it was going to be paid in installments. So that's that. So I was going to play this one more time, and then we might have to come back for a part 2, guys. But let's just see.
1973. Michael Stone, 1970-1975. Terry O'Neill, 1975. Robert Kardashian, 1975-1976. Eliezer Zer, 1976-1978. Michael Edwards, 1978-1985. Julio Iglesias, rumored 1982. Richard Gere, rumored 1983. Mark Garibaldi, 1984-2006. Kirk Kerkorian, 90s. Nigel Lithgow, 2006-2009. Richie Palmer, 2010-2011. Toby Anstis, rumored 2013. Tom Jones, rumored 2022.
Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna have to come back for a part 2. But what I'm gonna do is quickly read your comments.
She got us a call.
Yeah, our daughter's coming back today from Egypt. Everything is from Egypt holiday. Everything's gone well, so we are relieved. My daughter wants me to drop her car off to her friend's house so that when she gets to England, she can drive home. She enjoyed it, but she said she preferred Spain. Right, let me just read this out. Right, just be quiet while I read this. Right, I'm going to read these comments, then we're going to come back for a part 2, okay, guys? Let's have a look. So, okay. So, right. I think Marlon Brando used AI, to talk on the phone about spiritual things. Yeah? So this is the debate, isn't it? Did they or did they not meet? Did they or did they not talk on the phone? Did they or did they not write letters to each other? According to what I know, it could have been around the time of King Creole. Okay? So Sundowners, no letter between Elvis and Brando. Elaine, no, not read Elvis letter. Right. Let's have a look. Right, so Sean, Brando didn't like Elvis because of Rita Moreno. Yep, Sean, I know about Rita Moreno. It said that she used Elvis. No, Marlon Brando got very jealous. Yeah, but that story isn't straightforward. I think we need to do more research with the Rita Moreno story. Elaine has sent me some stuff. I think there's more to learn. I think we need to go a bit deeper, a bit of a deeper dive to understand Marlon Brando, Rita Moreno, Elvis, the letters, the book, Elvis's letters. Yeah, you are, mate. Debbie, I think it's the case of getting on their high horse and not listening to what's being said. Yeah, Karen, I agree with that. So, Luann, you're getting Charles Bronson. You're getting Marlon Brando mixed up with Charles. I love Charles Bronson. I'm a big fan of Charles Bronson. Yeah. Let's have a look. Debbie, yes. Yeah, we listen and we make our own opinions. Wish I was young. I'm 52. 52 is young. Sean, if you do the keto diet or the carnivore diet, you forget age. Remember, I'm 58 in July. You forget when you do carnivore or keto diet, Dr. Ken Berry on YouTube, age won't even cross your mind and your energy will be crazy. If Lucy doesn't agree with an open debate and discussion, she is in the wrong. Well, I won't say she doesn't agree with it. Elaine, I won't say she doesn't agree. Let's just see, yeah? I'm sure she would happily have a debate with us. Weren't you, Lucy?
Lucy.
Larry, Elvis Presley was friends with Marlon Brando. They were actors taking shop, and Elvis Presley was learning the art of acting early on. Is that true? Is that true, guys? So Larry says, don't forget, Larry was there, because Larry, you're 91, aren't you? Larry was there, so he will remember. He says they were doing acting lessons together. Is that true? So come on, it is possible they knew each other, guys. It is. We can't rule it out. We can't rule it out. But I also respect the people that think that they didn't. Yeah? I don't think Elvis knew about Steve Peck until after the divorce. That's very interesting to me. I'm not sure, but I've always been on the opinion Elvis found out before. Yeah, I was as well, Emily, but I'm going to be more open-minded to it now, because it is something I always used to wonder when Elvis found out, how Elvis found out about Steve Peck. I would say no, he found that quite early as he started seeing Susan. Yeah, okay. We all know about Susan Henning. So Dan, sorry, I'm playing catch up, guys. So Dan, Elvis did not write to Brando. If the letters are real, the connection is they both wrote to the same spiritual advisor and not to each other. Okay, but that is Dan's point of view. But okay. Let's have a look. Right. Sounds like Robert Kardashian really hated Elvis, but then again, it all depends what lies Priscilla Bueller told. Yeah, and we're gonna, when we read out that section, that'll be interesting. You guys are making me. Elaine, you're being cheeky. Dan, we can't say that. We can't say it's 100%. We weren't there, but Dan, I respect what you're saying. Dan, if you read the comments, yeah, in the last 2 live streams concerning this topic, there are people posting comments saying that they did meet briefly. So, unfortunately, we're not there. We're not flies on the wall. So we have to be open-minded. But the fact that you think it's not true, I completely respect that. I completely respect that. Elvis knew about her affair early, and I would say she may have admitted it to him and regretted it. But Elvis could not try. Well, Elaine, we'd have to prove that. We'd have to prove that, wouldn't we? Elaine, we've got to prove that. We can't just say it. Hi, Angie. Right, so Dan, they met once for 2 minutes, maybe. Okay? Again, we don't know. We don't know. Right, okay, guys. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do another part. We are gonna go through these comments. We're gonna go through this. Lucy, whether you like it or not, we are gonna go through this. And we're gonna debate it and discuss it and disagree and
When's Tanya back?
she's back soon. So we're gonna have some dinner. I'm gonna make a coffee. Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we like opinions. We want opinions. Opinions are great, and then we can debate them, discuss them, and agree or disagree. It's okay that we agree to disagree. How did I say that? All right, guys, I'm coming back. I'm not sure when. Hopefully, quite soon. I'm going to come back. We're going to do this. Right. Emily, I've just Googled Elvis and Brando, and apparently there's a book on Elvis which, in its own words, describes affections for Elvis. The letters were from Brando to Carmen. But I don't remember, Emily, I don't trust Google. But okay, thank you. Google, a lot of the things on Google are rubbish, but there's a lot of things on Google that are not rubbish. So it's a bit of both, isn't it? Yeah, okay, Elaine. So we're all going now. Dan, yes, for 2 minutes, maybe. Moreno said that. Yeah, see, do you see what I mean, Dan? It's an open topic. We're all learning. Let's see what else we find out from Andrew Morenin's research. Yeah. And Andrew, if you're watching, thank you so much. We're going to get round to reading every single one of your questions and answers. We're going to do it. All right, guys. See you soon. Linda, if you're watching, Linda Cudden, because she's poorly, we send you love. Linda, we all love you. Remember, Team Elvis. Team Elvis. Say bye to Team Elvis. Bye, Team Elvis.